Hello friends. Yesterday I had the pleasure and opportunity to join a handful of my fellow priests at St. Elias Antiochian Church for what they call a clergy peer learning group that we do once a quarter. It's an opportunity for us as clergy to kind of encourage each other, support each other, and grow in our ministry. And we watched a 30-minute interview by a psychiatrist named Viktor Frankl. You may have heard of him. He wrote a very well-known book a few decades ago called Man's Search for Meaning. He himself was a Holocaust survivor, was in Auschwitz and some other concentration camps. And the interviewer was really trying to kind of get a sense of how he survived and what his philosophy was in order to kind of get him through such difficult circumstances. And something he said at the very end of the interview really hit home for me. So I figured I would share it. Basically what he said was the odds, while he was in the concentration camp, the odds of him surviving that camp and not going to the gas chambers or something like that were very, very, very low. It was something like 1 in 29 that was the chances of him surviving. And he said they were very low chances, but the thing that he realized is that nobody could tell him for certain that he would not survive. Nobody could tell him for certain that he would not survive. And that small glimmer of hope, as meager and as kind of weak as it seemed, was actually one of the reasons that he was able to survive, is that it dawned on him that even though the odds were not in his favor, nobody could say for certain that he was not going to survive. And because nobody could say for certain that he was not going to survive, he was going to push through and make it happen. And, you know, especially within the context of our faith, I think we could say that God works in the realm of the near to impossible or even impossible. And so for many of us, in many times of our life, it looks like we may be going through a time when the odds are really not in our favor to survive, whether physically or emotionally or mentally or spiritually. And it just seems like things are impossible and things are not going to happen. And I just want to encourage myself and you by saying that even though the chances seem very slim at times of our survival and of our getting through a particular circumstance, nobody, including ourselves, can say for certain that we will not get through. And by God's grace, we will get through, and we can get through. Not because of any strength of our own, or any power, or any wisdom, or any trick of our own, but by the grace of God. Love you guys. Have a good day.